Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever this video finds you, Kingstowne. I'm Claire Battle, and today's topic is mediocrity for the win. So the topic for today was kind of picked for me randomly. Michelle said, hey, can you lead a devotion? And I just picked a day without checking the book first, but it turns out that today's topic is perfect for me, the perfectionist. I, like many of you, probably have identified as a perfectionist in many aspects of my life. But like all of us, I am an imperfect person. When I started reading the section of good enough for today, I kind of laughed to myself because I am an extreme perfectionist. I think the only thing that I ever got like written up for in school, the only time that I ever got, sent to the principal's office, it was because I got hysterical over my first B, which happened in like 7th or 8th grade. But I thought that this B on this test was going to be, the end of me. And, I joke about that because I'm a rule follower and I've always tried to be a rule follower. And it turns out that the one thing that I, got in trouble for in school wasn't, some silly prank or anything like that. It was actually just being a perfectionist. But in the books section for today, she talks about art specifically, and in the prayer guide, there's a discussion about, I hope I'm saying this right, kintsugi, the Japanese art form where broken pottery is repaired with gold, rendering it beautiful in a new way. So the cracks actually become the part of the pottery that makes it so beautiful. I think that to me really resonates. I think about how God views us as perfect, even in our imperfections. As a parent, I think nothing quite, there's nothing quite like getting perfectly imperfect artwork sent home from school. Your child comes to you with something that is in their mind just so perfect. And of course, there's all kinds of imperfections in that. But I think I was thinking today about how that's really sort of how God sees us. We, come to him with these messy lives and perfectly imperfect lives. And he just takes pride and joy in it, no matter what. I think, so like those of you on the podcast can't see, but this painting here, my man Leo, this to me just looks like a whole bunch of splots on a paper. You can see a little X right here. It's a bunch of paint with an X in the corner, and in his mind, this is a treasure map. And I think, the fact that it's been on my refrigerator for a year, that indicates how much joy it brings me. And the beauty of art is so much of an echo of what we see in creation. And I think that if we just remember that God sees us like a parent's artwork on the refrigerator, maybe we can be a little gentler with ourselves and realize that the imperfections are actually part of what makes us so beautiful in the eyes of each other and in God's eyes. So if you would pray with me. God, I bring you to my whole self, opening to your loving eyes all that I am, your creature made in love for love. May your gaze upon me be the gold that heals me and infuses all the cracked and broken pieces with your beauty and strength. Soften my heart and mold me into someone who reflects your glory. Amen.